everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for April 3rd, 2020, Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. I won't be on Ted Marr's radio show today because there's been a scheduling conflict. His show was scheduled for 3:30 Eastern today, and that puts me right in the middle of my Global Guided Meditation Call, so that won't take place. We will have a Global Guided Meditation Call for the planet, the civilization, any remaining obstacles that are in the low frequency arena for the planet. We will address that in the meditation. I'm sure some of you, we're going to probably use the same format that most are using for it. And it's exciting because it's nice to see that there's a lot more people on the planet that are committing to meditate at this time. I get very excited about it because it's just good to see that the civilization is coming into its own through its own choice. It's also a good timing factor that everybody is mostly closely huddled at home for this meditation. And I have faith that a lot of them will understand the ramifications of it and what it means for humanity and its transition. You imagine that when we go inside ourselves and we journey, and some of us kind of just fall into it, you know what I mean? It's not like we have a directive or a perceived understanding of how, when, where to do it. We just kind of fall into it, and that's a good thing. When we fall into it, it is massively spacious for us. I think a lot of people think that it's, going inside. It isn't really like, it's not like going inside the body. It's going inside of the universe, and it's extremely large, a lot of space, of course. And what we're doing when we go in is when we let go first, and then we just kind of, we detach the mind. We leave the mind alone, all right? We don't identify the thinking, we don't identify the thoughts or anything. We just let them pass by, we just let them go. We let everything go. We let our attachments go. We let everything that we are coveting on this planet and in this physical born life. And so we begin to realize that there's so much more, absolutely so much more. And what we do is we bring the mind into harmony. And we need something extremely spacious and infinitely peaceful to balance it out. This balancing agent is the experience of pure consciousness. And whenever we access a state of pure consciousness, we begin to shift from living up in the constant thinking machine of the head to resting in the source of pure awareness in our heart. So this is very important for us to understand. When we move into this, we're doing it through the heart, not the mind. This is why when I say leave the mind alone, we leave it alone. Now, I'm not saying that that's a real easy thing for a lot of us, because we have so many things going on, and we have so much that our mind is occupying us with, that to all of a sudden make that shift, for some, is difficult. But it is the commitment that we make, and at least the beginning understanding that the mind can be left alone, and that when we fold into our heart mind, we begin to realize so much more. We are not occupied by all of these thoughts. And remember, they're just thoughts until we create them into reality. And we choose that. Now, whether we know it, whether we're conscious, some of us are conscious and say, I want to take that thought and create it into reality. I like that thought. It will be wonderful to experience that into reality. So this is when we're more from the heart mind and this spaciousness in the heart mind. And we abide in the heart consciousness. We learn to abide in the heart consciousness. We tap into one of the most divine, expansive, spacious, and precious experience a Homo sapien human being can have. And calming our mind and our senses, we then become conscious of our always present inner self. Imagine being conscious of your always present inner self. And you can call it whatever you choose, your God, your spirit, your higher self. We can, in this openness within, we can be instantly found when you practice resting in the space between your thoughts, like the heartbeat between, with the space between the heartbeat. And the more we can relax there, the easier it is to really deal with everything life throws our way. It's like when we have emotional situations arise, and we're able to sit back and give it some space to percolate and experience it, and then let it go. Have you ever done that? Instead of jumping in head first and wrestling with it, you sit back and you give it some space to let it percolate. You experience it, and then you let it go. Now, a lot of us we jump in. It's automatic. We just jump in and tackle it and interact with it, instead of just kind of easing back and saying to yourself, okay, I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to let it percolate. And then I'll experience it, and then I'll let it go. And all the time you're doing this, you're doing it through the heart mind. And everything we do throughout our day becomes easier when we live with this massively open, spacious awareness. It doesn't mean we're becoming more of a space cadet. We are actually being more present to what is happening in the here and now. Now, we are generally happy and can experience just about anything that is happening without getting upset or triggered. You ever been triggered? You ever been in a situation where all of a sudden, bam, you shoot off? Like, you get upset or triggered, and it's like, it can be like spur of the moment. Now, the openness or spaciousness also allows us to feel a sensation of timelessness, as if time does not exist, which it doesn't, so that we can relax when facing a deadline and find peace no matter what pressure life's agenda may have on us. And with the gift of spaciousness, we naturally become a more centered, grounded being who is able to observe our experience rather than to be desperately driven by the reactive ego demanding personality. When even more impressive is the creation of an unlimited spaciousness within the meditator, all of us, each of us, everyone who meditates on this planet, in it, above it, below it. on it. And this is a good quote from Master Jim Bodhi. Even more impressive is the creation of an unlimited spaciousness within the meditator. This infinite spaciousness exceeds the concept of self, our normal limits. Thus, our abilities and wisdom also become limitless. Now, imagine some people become fearful. But this is a beautiful gift that we find from cultivating this inner spaciousness. It is a healthy sense of detachment from the outer world. Healthy sense of detachment from the outer world. Now, when the vast eternal presence that we are is found, we no longer become overly attached with appearance of things. Overly attached with appearance of things. For instance, our cars, our homes, our body, our clothes, our money, etc. And this is of the outer world. So when we're in the vast eternal presence, that we are, and when it's found, we no longer become that overly attached. Many of us are seduced into that. Look what I have, look at this, look at that. And that ego, it's a feeding. Now, sure, we may intellectually know that we are much more than these things. Yet, when we live with this feeling of spaciousness within, we can access a happier, a healthier, more vibrant connection with our physical world. Spaciousness allows all of us to truly enjoy this world, because we can step back from it. Have you ever stepped back from this world? It's much easier to have compassion for others and to be free from their opinions. And when we can effortlessly access inner peace, within ourselves, we can remain curious about many expectations and projected outcomes. We become the divine watcher of every little event life offers. And we can see the inner peace within ourselves. We can remain curious about many things. But then we begin to realize the bigger picture of how everything fits together. And as if we are sitting in the back seat of the mind, watching our personality driving down the road, making left and right turns along the way, while trusting completely and truly enjoying the experience of it all. Can you see that? Can you see yourself in the back seat of your mind? And visualize this through your heart mind. You see this in the back seat of your mind, and you're literally kind of leaning back like you would in a limo, luxury limo. You're leaning back, got your arms back, got your feet up, and you're just watching your personality drive down the road. Wouldn't that be interesting to experience? Now, by entering witness consciousness, we're able to decondition the mind and body, freeing them of so many negative habitual responses we're bound by. Lawrence Edwards. Now, the secret to remaining at peace in any situation, it really is daily meditation. Can you imagine if every one of us on this planet, every single day, meditated? The simple act of watching our thoughts creates a gap in between our thoughts for us to rest in. The simple act of watching our thoughts creates a gap in between our thoughts for us to rest in. And as we, each of us, vigilantly observe each thought fly by, something inside of us eventually surrenders to the space in between the thoughts. And the more we watch, the more grounded and spacious we become. And we are naturally present to life, because the great stories our mind is creating are no longer so important. And meditation allows us to access the most amazing, calm, and empowering place inside of each and every one of us, where we can experience the truth of who we are and what we are. The vast, boundless presence that is the God source itself. And with daily practice, we will soon discover how to live each moment of our day from a place of complete, total, uninterrupted peace. So that space, that inner space within, that we all have. Now picture yourself watching the universe. So imagine that you literally can see everywhere. And you can see everywhere, feel everywhere in this entire universe. Now understand the vastness of the universe. That vastness is each and every one of yours peace, harmony, bliss, joy, tranquility, benevolence. It's all there. Always has been. The more we continue inward and explore, and the more you're able to take a back seat in your mind and watch your personality drive down the road, you become more in peace. You become more enlightened. You don't view, as we all have, the incessant viewing of what we have. You know, what things, all of the chatter of the mind. And we all know it is heavy duty. We know that. We know that our mind is active 24/7. We experience different things. Some people say, oh, it just gets it gets too overwhelming. It's just too much. You know, now you're asking if I'm willing or want to commit myself to navigating all that and micromanaging all those thoughts. No, you're not micromanaging your thoughts. You're leaving the mind alone. You're just viewing the thoughts from the heart mind. It's a big difference. Say, if you try to micromanage your thoughts through the ego mind, you just might as well hang up your coat and hat and forget it, because it's not going to work. But through the heart mind, through that heart mind, you will move more and more into the enlightened being that you are. Because we're all enlightened beings. We've just been sidetracked, so to speak. So this vast awareness of our heart mind, the vastness of our place of peace, and the infinite spaciousness exceeds the concept of self, our normal limits. So remember and understand that our abilities then and wisdom become limitless. There are no limits. The only limits are the ones we put on ourselves. And we no longer are overly attached with the appearance of things, our physical things, our clothes, our money, our body, our house, our car. I'm not saying you just kind of let everything go to heck in a handbasket. I'm just saying that you know what that is and the balance that we create. And that's when everything just flows to us instead of this jerkiness, a stutter. When you can witness your own consciousness, you can decondition the mind and body. You free them of all of the negative habitual responses we are bound to. So if you're serious about going into peace, meditate. A lot of people ask me for the first time that never have meditated, how do you do this? How the heck are you supposed to do it? I listen to people do meditations, and I've kind of, heard people listen, people watch people, but it seems really complicated. It seems really involved. And then I say, no, it isn't. If you can find a place where you're really comfortable, where you just are, you're just comfortable, and you're not interrupted, and you don't need music. If you want music, fine, but we're capable of guiding ourselves without the music in the background and the harmony. But just to listen to certain frequency music is wonderful. But if you remember, the music that we always will carry is in our heart mind. And the bliss is in our heart mind, and the joy, and the release. So if we can practice living literally each moment of our day from a place of peace. Existing in living each moment of our day from a place of peace. Everybody on the planet eventually moving into that. This is my supreme goal for the civilization of the planet. That all of us, everyone, ends up gravitating to that place of peace. Can you imagine the frequency that will have been engaged at that level of understanding? It's very exciting. And when you think about it, it's massive, and it's exhilarating, and it's just absolutely, you want to celebrate just from the frequency and the feeling of seeking with it through the heart mind. So when we go into this meditation today, understand what it's all about. That our abilities and wisdom become limitless. Our abilities and wisdom become limitless. We know how to live each moment of our day from a place of peace. How? You go into meditation. How? By just being. Sitting still in a comfortable position. Listening. Just be. Visualize how you would like to see this planet. How you would like to see all of the brothers and sisters, all the pieces of creation, all life, the highest value in the universe, visualize how you would like, what your intent is as you view all of these thoughts that run by, and you watch your personality drive down the road from the back seat of the mind, and you begin to realize, if it is to be, it is up to me. If it is to be, it is up to all of us. And by each of us, on our own, in our own way, our own decision, in our own direction, when we make that choice, we start to move the energies that form the very thing that you desire in this life, in this world that we are creating. All of the low dark matter frequencies, all of them cannot sustain themselves. Cannot. It is not structured in the universal law. They will disintegrate, vaporize, or run as fast as they can. Our greatest and truest power is that which created us of deep eternal love. And the deep eternal love is what we continue to emit from our heart, mind, from the God, from the kingdom of God within us, from the God-man of each and every one of us. We are literally the catalyst to this massive transformation with this planet and all life on it, in it, above it, and below it. We are the progenitors. We are the implementers. That's not a wish thought. That is a reality. We move the energies of this planet, in this atmosphere, in this quadrant of the galaxy. We are shifting the solar system as we continue with these global guided meditation calls. This is not from ego of the ego mind. This is from the heart mind. There is no ego. There is bliss. There is joy and peace. We are moving all of this with our thought intentions through the heart mind. We reside in the heart mind. Our abilities and our wisdom are limitless in this meditation today, as they should be always. And because of that, we are in the space of eternal peace. Our abilities and wisdom are limitless. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing we want to do is we want to relax our bodies. Prepare the body to move into relaxation. Allow it to move into relaxation. You know, a lot of us fight relaxation. It's like we just, how do I relax? Do I dare relax? Seriously, people will fight it out of fear of being relaxed, see? Out of fear of being relaxed. Where does that come from? Ego mind. So what we do is we just say to the body, relax. Let's just drop all of our tension and stress. It's teamwork. So you say, okay, I'm going to look at my shoulders, okay, drop them. Oh, wow, that feels great. You keep moving. When you do this, you're moving into meditative state when you start to relax your body. If some of you fall asleep, that's fine. And you wake up at the end of the meditation, that's fine. Because it's the relaxation, and it's moving within you, and it's literally being in the heart mind. And so as you do this and you relax the body, you say, okay, I've got stress and tension hanging here and there that I've grabbed onto and attracted, so I'm letting it go. And you can feel it flush right off of you. And the body kind of shifts, and you're in a different space, a massive space. And the body responds. And as it does, you move into the now. The now is all we have. Yesterday, the past is the past. Do we dare go into the past, drag dead things into the future to create our future, to relive our past and the future? I don't think so. So the past is gone, it's over, never to return. And the now is the now. And in the very now, we are creating our future. So it's what you do in this meditative state. It's what you desire as you witness your personality driving down the road, making right and left turns, stopping. Now, the now also stills the mind. It stills the ego mind. What a great thing. And it also stills the subconscious mind, because you have taken a back seat. You're watching all this, but you're not participating in it. You see, you may have something come along. You may sit there and experience it, and then you just let it go. And you choose what you like to experience. Ego mind doesn't tell you what you should experience. You, through the heart mind, do. So you still all that. And you move deeper into beingness, and you move deeper in the space of unlimited peace. Now, also, we want to breathe. We want to breath in through our noses and breath out through the mouth. Easy inhale through the nose. And as we do this, picture this. As we are all frequency and we are all pure energy, picture pulling the breath. As you breathe in, very, very softly and calmly, bring it up through your sacral chakra, your groin, all the way through the center of your body, through all of the chakras, up through the throat chakra, up to the third eye, crown, and take it back right over the pineal gland, condense it into liquid, pure liquid energy, and then allow it to bathe and saturate the pineal gland and the brain all over. And you can witness the brain and the pineal giving off a brilliant glow and expanding. And witness this and keep that flow going. And as you breath out, that energy and frequency comes right back down around and starts that movement up through the sacral chakra, up to the center of the body, up through to the back of the brain, on top of it over the pineal gland. And as soon as you do that, you continually cause this process. You move energy into form. You move the frequencies. You literally allow the frequencies to saturate in liquid form the brain, the pineal gland. You begin to open up the gateway to all the particles of existence, and you open up the gateway beyond consciousness. And we hold that. As we hold that liquid, that frequency over the pineal gland, what happens is that we bring in positive frequency constantly. So we can say, I am love, I am light, I am power, I am joy, I am bliss, I am benevolent, I am tranquil. Use those frequencies also know that the ego mind is always there, and we are aware, but we are not in the ego mind. We are not there. If we were in the ego mind, we would not be where we're at with this planet and its continued acceleration of its ascension. So we have all this together. And we vibrate of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest, deepest eternal gratitude. That isn't just saying it. It is what we are. It is deep within the heart-mind, deep within the spaciousness of total peace. Unlimited wisdom. Unlimited abilities. We become limitless in this state of being. We operate in the heart-mind. We are one with the kingdom of God within. We are one. We have others with us. We have the archangels, cherubim, seraphim, archetypes, many, 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 trillions, all the angels. They are a civilization that vibrates at a higher frequency than we do. This is why we don't see them like we see each other. Difference in frequencies, but they do appear in humanoid form. They may do it out of the clear blue. You may not even be expecting it. All right? This is where we shouldn't. We really do what we can not to have expectations about anything. It just happens to seduce us back into the ego mind when we do. So, they appear. Sometimes this is humanoid form. This is a guy, a gal, a child, doesn't matter. But they say something and it vibrates with you. And you kind of take a second look and you kind of stop and say, what was that? And you realize through the heart mind that was an angel delivering a message to me. How wonderful it is to be in this body. How wonderful it is to experience this life. There are trillions of them, and thousands can surround us at any one time. How wonderful is that? And we have the Ascended Masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, many, many, many more. And they have ascended out of body and hold God form. Pure consciousness, pure love, pure energy. We, our God form, ascends into body to experience the physical of the body. And they are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude. So we're all here, literally, gathered in this now, and this planet, Earth, Gaia, in this meditation. So we all form, so to speak, arm in arm, hand to hand, a circle of light, a halo. Now, we don't see physical form, those of us carrying physical form. We just see the light. And the light is such a high vibrational frequency of deep eternal love and pure consciousness that it literally creates such a brilliance that it grays out the darkness of space. And as we do this, we begin to levitate up above the planet. And as we slowly, effortlessly do this, we begin to see a gossamer field that literally encases this entire planet and this entire solar system And it is of brilliant reflective lights, colors that we wouldn't see here on this planet as of yet. And we're talking the reflections of the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that reminds us that we have in R the power of healing. The purple, violet, blue flaming light of Archangel Michael. This reminds us of our power, our strength, our resolve. We have the white fire. This is a column that reminds us of the fact that our frequency that we hold of the highest high in the deepest eternal love and the deepest eternal gratitude, pure consciousness, is definitely an armor that all low dark matter frequencies and all low survival matter frequencies cannot exist with. They're either vaporized or literally flee or fall away permanently. Now, understand that when you choose, because only you can choose, if you choose to lower your vibrational frequency to a certain extent, low enough, you will open the door and let them in. But you also know that you have the purple transmuting flame. This tower reminds us that we have the ability and power to literally transmute those low frequencies into neutralized substance and literally send them back to the great central sun or source creation for repurposing. And also, we are reminded by the violet ray, this column we bring in afterwards to purify the area that we just got done eliminating the lower frequencies from. This puts us back in harmony and balance and restores our higher frequency through the heart mind. We have the golden white pink light of source creation, that which created prime source creator God, mother, father God, masculine, feminine, that which created all. And this is such a high frequency. It is our bliss, our joy, our peace, our benevolence, our tranquility, our gentleness, our kindness, our generosity, our humbleness. It's all one. So also, you see this massive crystalline light tower. It is several times the size of this planet. And it literally, you can see from the top of its point as it cascades down this shimmering liquid frequency of deep eternal love and deep eternal gratitude all over. It cascades down over the planet. It saturates all life, everything, inside and out, head to toe. It is massively uplifting frequency, and it's continual. You can feel it. You cannot not. So we're all gathered, and we look up, and we call upon all of the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And only those are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude can join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, joy, bliss, peace, tranquility, benevolence, and they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this universe. They come in the trillions of Gugaplexes from every direction. Their gods with our gods with theirs, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this now, in this meditation, this circle of light. They are of the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal eternal gratitude, and the highest of deepest eternal love. We are of the highest of deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest eternal love. And we are all one, and we are all love, and our God light energy is absolutely everywhere, continues to intensify, and continues to expand. We call upon all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth, all of these civilizations, and there are many, many, many of them, and only those are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love, and from the highest and deepest eternal gratitude, and join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They must be conscious of this. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They're gods with our gods with theirs. They join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They are of the highest of deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest eternal love. And we are of the highest of deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest eternal love. And we are all one. And we are all love. Our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. And it continues to intensify and continues to expand. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics. And there are many, many, many of them. And just to name a few that we are familiar with, a fraction, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, and only those who are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest of deepest eternal gratitude join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, and they come in the billions. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and slavery. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they're gods with our gods with theirs. They are with us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. They are of the highest of deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest eternal love. We are of the highest of deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest eternal love. And we are all one, and we are all love. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere, continues to intensify, and continues to expand. We call upon all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we have inhabited. But only those who are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest of deepest eternal gratitude join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They must be purely conscious of this. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, and they come in the billions. Their gods with our gods with theirs, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and the highest of deepest eternal love. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and the highest of deepest eternal love. And we are all one, and we are all love. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere, and it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We call upon all the light energy beings who've decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, in this now, in this meditation, this circle of light. And just to name a few of them, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, many, many, many more. And only those who are of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest of deepest eternal gratitude, consciously can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, kindness, gentleness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, and they come in the trillions. Shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which we have never seen before. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are with us in this meditation, in this circle of light, in this now. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. And we are all one, and we are all love, and our God light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, and it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. It's at center circle. It holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion. We created this sphere over 2 years ago. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of meditations that have not gone. They continue to intensify, and they continue to expand. That's why this sphere that we created can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. It is supreme reality, as we are. And it floods us with deep eternal love, deep eternal gratitude of that which created us, source creation, pure consciousness. It literally carries us effortlessly, embraces us. We are in deep space of eternal peace. We are sitting in the back seat of our minds watching our personality drive down the road. We are the progenitors. We are those who move the energy. We are those who take our thoughts and we create them into reality. We are those who emanate from the heart-mind. We are pure love. We look on this planet, we see all of our brothers, sisters, all life. The highest value in the universe is we see this massive crystalline tower, and we literally are being flooded. Everyone lifted high frequency, more and more, deep eternal love, peace, joy, tranquility, benevolence. We are limitless. Our wisdom is limitless. Our abilities are limitless. And we continue to intensify, and we continue to expand. And this paradise planet is becoming more and more into reality. This God planet, heaven on earth. All of us are the heaven. The bodies are the earth. We are here. We are changing everything into a higher plane of existence. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. flow with this and take it with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning. We're coming to a crescendo of bliss opening. And it is, you can feel it through your heart minds, astronomically powerful. And the vibrational frequencies are continuing to accelerate beyond understanding. So we will be back here twice tomorrow, actually. We'll be back here tomorrow, Saturday, at 3 p.m. Eastern, April 4th, 2020, at 3 p.m. to continue our Global Guided Meditation call. And then at 10:45 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night, Saturday night, we will do the collective of many groups participating across the planet of a Global Guided Meditation call. And I think you can pick up the scripts. You can get them off of the different sites, and we will commence that. So you probably want to be there. I think it's 10:45 or 12:45. I'm not sure. I'll check that to make sure and make correct announcement tomorrow after the Global Guided Meditation call or before it. But and we'll all participate, many more, to continue to lift the frequency of the planet and eliminate in the last vestiges of the low dark matter frequencies.